Welcome everybody back to the tape deck where we discuss the golden era of hip hop. That's right, the 90s. We're going to get into the music, the sound, the style, the culture. We are not just your hosts, we are your new 90s family. I am Money Carson.
And I'm Cash Only J.
Bang.
Yo, today we're gonna do one of my favorites and be specific on the Dog Man, DMX.
What the deal?
Yo,
That's what you got?
nah. I'm just saying, man. Yo, I'm excited. I'm excited because, I want to get into some detail and I want to give this man his flowers. It was just crushing, man. When I first heard the news break, because this is a guy that made me like want to party. Like I would, go to a party or whatever, where I go in a club and not just be casing the joint out. But when his joints came on, man, it would get me hype, and I'd be dancing with my two left feet. I'd be doing the moonwalk, backspins, all kinds of crazy stuff. No, not really. But nah, seriously, we're just gonna get into some facts, some feelings on DMX. Again, man, this is a man that, he was just so great, so talented, and we just we want to show, love and get everybody's opinion and their facts and feelings on this, and we're gonna take it to our first baseman, Money Carson.
Hey, man. What I didn't know about DMX, I mean, we all know when he came on the scene with Get At Me, Dog, and all of that in 98. But what I didn't know is that he was in the unsigned hype in 91, 92. He also signed a deal with Columbia and Rough House in 1992. Didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yes. He actually was a part of what's Redman's brother?
K-Solo. Yep, you're right.
That was he was running with him. He was MCing with him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was the fallout, because there was a fallout. I don't know if it was with the label or because he had a different sound. At that time, he wasn't like rapping like how we knew him when it came to Hell Is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood. Like, his whole vibe was different.
Gotcha.
He was gritty, but he wasn't like, as energetic from what I remember. But he was nice. And then he just like kind of faded off. And then,
he didn't fade. He got locked up for carjacking.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he didn't fade.
He didn't catch a fade then.
Yeah, he got locked up.
Did some time. But he was nice. And then when he came back, I guess he reinvented himself, and he just like held the whole label down. He held the whole movement down. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we'll get to the Rough Riders era, but let's backtrack a little bit to his career. So his first official record came out under Rough House Columbia in 92. It was called Born Loser. That was his debut single.
Yep.
Then he released his second single a whole 2 years later called Make a Move in 94. Then where he really started heating up is he did a record, he was on a record. I don't know exactly whose record it is. I believe it's Mike Geronimo's, because it was him, Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and Mike Geronimo, called Time to Build. It was on Mike Geronimo.
It was Mike Geronimo's joint.
And that was 95. So after 95, that's when he really was linked up with Irv Gotti,
right,
and all of that circle, and his music began to circulate all crazy. So then, fast forward to 1998, for whatever reason, incarceration problems. He had some problems, R.I.P. Dog Man, but he had some issues, legal issues and whatnot. But fast forward to 1998, that's when he got back on his feature game. He was on Mace's 24 Hours to Live. He was on the Lox's record. He was on Mace's other record, Take What's Yours. He was on the Lox record, Money, Power, Respect. And he was on LL Cool J's single 4321, which he bodied all of them records, by the way. Then, drum roll, that's when Get At Me Dog came out. And when Get At Me Dog came out, all of the shit hit the fan. 1998. Get At Me Dog was the hardest record that anybody had heard up to date when it dropped. I remember being in places, not even clubs or parties, just when that record came on, everything else stopped. The way it came on, the video was raw, black and white, the flashing lights, like that shit was so like street. It was crazy.
Yo, it's crazy, man, because I remember when, you know, he was doing these cameos or he was a part of, you know, these he was a part of these projects, and it was like, yo, this guy, like, he keeps showing up.
He had
keeps
that
showing
voice.
up.
You knew
And
when
it's-
it was him.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, yo, this dude is, yo, you want to hear more from him. You know, we want to see if he can hold it down. And I remember I had bought his joint finally dropped, and I bought it because I think it was like, yeah, just Get At Me Dog. You know,
That was a single.
That was that
and
was
it was Flesh. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and that was off of Def Jam, by the
Right.
way, just so we're clear.
So those two joints was out. They were, you know, playing on the radio, and I still did not listen to the actual LP. And I was with, I'll never forget this girl I used to mess with. She used to work at French Connection, and she worked at Starbucks.
Nigga, memory is crazy.
Yeah, man. She was like one of these like real proper girls, good looking girl. Shouts out to Vicky. And she played this joint, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You know how you hear the Damien and
The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, open up shop.
And she,
Whoa.
her proper behind, had it blaring. She had a Beamer, 5 Series. She had a 5 Series. She had graduated from Maryland. She was spoiled, and she's banging it. And I'm like, yo, this is a chick that normally she was not listening to no kind of hip hop when I was with her. You know, I would make her play the hip hop songs that I wanted to listen to. But yo, she made me listen to DMX. Not unwanted, but I'm like, yo, when I get home, because I wanted to get away from her. Because I wanted to like really like hone in. Because, you know, she's playing the popular songs.
Couldn't really focus around her, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. She likes Fanny. But
Fanny. He said Fanny. Go ahead, bro.
I hope they edit that out. So
No edits. We don't do edits here.
But anyway, she played this joint. We went down to Williamstown. She had family out in Williamstown, and man, we played that CD till it probably broke, like all the way through back. You know, at the cousin's house, and man, it made me into a X fan, man. It was like almost like, every time he even put something out, I was like all the way on it. Even the joints that was on other people's songs when he became popular.
As an artist, an entertainer, 1998 had to be DMX's favorite year of his life. So he dropped It's Dark and Hell is Hot, finally on Def Jam, major label, his first major released album. Went 5 times platinum.
Crazy.
Then they turned around and said, if you can give us another album this year, we'll give you an extra $1 million. So what happened? He dropped Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, or whatever it's called, his second album in the same year, and that went multi-platinum.
Yeah.
Then, icing on the cake, he got a movie role, starring movie role, all in 1998.
He was the movie.
He was the movie. He was. And in case you don't know, we're talking about Belly.
It was like, and I'm be honest, Nas is my favorite artist, and you know what I mean. I didn't want to see him after they did the first scene when they went all crazy.
You didn't want to go back to Africa?
Nah, I didn't.
I'm tired of this over here, man.
Yeah, no. He needs to go sit his ass in Africa Queen somewhere. But X, I was just waiting for his parts, especially when
I'm out here smoking blunts, running red lights.
Yeah.
Tommy Buns. That was his name. Tommy Buns.
Because he was getting the buns. I said, Keisha. That was one of my favorite parts. That was a real part right there. Like I would give to be anything to be X when he was like, if you don't just shut the fuck up. Like, yo, that was my joint. And then when he was like ready to kill the minister, oh man, you know what? Because some of y'all probably ain't even seen Belly, so
Go
let me
watch
not
the
kill
movie.
it. You gotta
Go
go
watch
see
the
the
movie.
movie. Man, yo, X is that dude, yo.
Yo, he went 3 for 3 out the park. So, like I said, it's Dark and Hell is Hot 5 times platinum. Same year, end of the year, Flesh of My Flesh, multi-platinum. Then the turnaround and in this is both 1998. The turnaround and in 99 dropped his third album, and then there was X, 6 times platinum. Do you understand the royalty check this man was looking at, dog?
Yo, and then they come out with the Rough Riders movement. And it was like people bought that Rough Riders album because of him. Even though that project was dope.
Yeah, Eve, shout out Eve, the Locks, all of them.
Yo, the Clue. Remember when Clue came out with the Professional?
Yeah.
And I liked X's joint. Well, Mobb Deep X's joint was my favorite ones on there. But when he was like, you're the lyric guy. He was like, the same crew talking about a drive-by. And they ain't do nothing but drive by.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
God, man, I played that and I still don't know the lyrics.
Listen, X was on
I know you
fire
know.
from the minute he dropped his first album. He had a nice 10-year run. We're gonna keep it in the 90s, but his run was crazy. I mean, from to be signed in 1992, the patience and determination he had to not have a first major release until 98, and then to do it 3 times within that 1 year. Because the second album came out in December of 98. His third album came out in December of 99. So he did all that work in those 2 years, and his reward was crazy.
Yo, he had everybody sold because he was even praying on like award shows and people was like really buying it. Like, oh God, the X is.
He was nominated for Best Rap Solo Performance, top 10 hit on the R&B charts. I don't understand that because it was a rapper, and it actually says most popular single, Party Up. That's y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. It became the first top 10 hit on the R&B charts and was nominated for Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance. That's crazy. 6 times platinum. Best rap album. Crazy.
Yo, you bringing that up is funny because at that time I was a mailman, and I remember they used to play that. They used to play that in the post office. And if you know, like, there's a slogan like, yo, I'll go postal on you. Yeah. So I remember I had a cool-ass supervisor, Diane Dia de Bundo.
Why does this nigga remember everybody's name and car and what they...
Diane was, yo, Dia de Bundo. She was so cool. Like, yo, she used to let it, like, to keep us from going crazy, she used to let us order out. We get Rocco's takeout. She would blare hip hop. She was cool. But I remember she used to play that song when people would get mad. You'd be like, I don't lose my mind. Up in here. Like, shouts out to Diane.
You mentioned the Rough Riders. That Rough Riders anthem. That's the stop, drop, shut him down. That was on his first album. That was on his Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yo.
DMX had an amazing career. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. Shout out to him, his team, the whole nine. I really wish that group would have formed. The group they was trying to do with DMX, Ja Rule, and Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah. They had a song together,
Murdergram.
Right?
That joint was hard. They brought the best out of Ja Rule. I ain't going to hold you. That Murdergram joint,
right.
That was mean. Excuse me. So, like we always do, we do something else, 90s, hip-hop related. Let's get into some movies, but let's make sure these movies got to do with DMX. You got one?
Yeah. Of course, we'll start with Belly. And then we got Never Die Alone.
Well, wait. Let's talk about Belly for a minute before we move on. Belly,
I was
super iconic staple in the black community, in the hip-hop community. That movie was dope. Might not have had all the best actors, but DMX did an amazing job. Storyline was ill. T-Boz and Nas. They could get some classes, but shout out to them too. You know what I'm saying? Belly was dope though. DMX killed his role in Belly.
He did. Him and Keisha, I mean, that chemistry was awesome.
The chemistry or the scene? Got him.
You know, a guy like me, to tell you the truth, I wish I could have been the double.
Stunt double.
Yes. And they say, yo, cut, go jump in, and I'd have been all in it. Yo, you ain't gotta pay me. I'm just going in. But, yo, I mean, no jokes aside, man, DMX, like, he really captivated, you know, the mainstream audience to become an actor when he took that role. Like, he really, I don't know how much difficulty was playing it, but it just seemed like it was made, that role was made for him. And he did the damn thing. Like,
Yeah, he killed that joint.
man, I'm gonna go home and watch it. I'm gonna watch him, and I'm gonna watch Keisha specifically. But yo, man, I mean, all of his parts, there was no bad part with him in it. And one of my favorite parts is when he's like, he's like, yeah, yo, knowledge is on the phone. He's like, yo, fuck knowledge. Yo,
He was gully.
he was so disrespectful, and he was so real with it, and it was like so believable. Like, you know what I mean? If you was just watching something, you wouldn't have thought it was a movie. Like him playing a role. It was
He
like,
was
yo,
playing
it's him.
himself.
Yeah, it's him.
What's the next movie you had said?
Oh, Never Die Alone.
Never Die Alone. That movie was hard. If y'all ever seen it, check it out. That movie was ill.
Yo,
He did some real grimy shit in that movie, but that movie was ill.
yo, he was a total dirtbag. Oh
Yeah.
man, yo, he was crazy. He was turning everybody out. He was robbing everybody. He was just a bad guy, man. And he was like really trying to make amends. You know what I mean? That's what it came down to. And you know, it worked out how it worked out. I don't want to, you know, give anybody that hasn't seen a movie give it up, but it's a really good movie. Check it out, man.
Fun fact. Allegedly, DMX used to rob niggas without a gun. Did you know that?
Yeah,
With
I
his
heard
dog.
that.
He would run up on niggas with his dog, his pit. And if you ain't give it up, he let his pit go on you. And now also Murder Mook told a story saying he saw this with his own eyes, that DMX was in a cypher battling somebody, and he said something like something, I let my dog get you. The dog barked, and he was like, chill, I got him. Like the dog knew to bark on command. So like he was a different type of dude. He was really the dog man. He was
Yeah.
the dog whisperer.
Yo, allegedly he robbed somebody with his wife. Like him and his wife was like together. And he robbed him with the dog or whatever.
Bonnie, Clyde, and Boo Boo.
Yo, crazy.
Bonnie,
man.
Clyde, and Boomer. We got a third movie. I think didn't we have a third movie? Never Die Alone, Belly. I mean, X was in mad movies. Romeo Must Die,
Cradle to
Exit
the
Wounds,
Grave.
Cradle to the Grave. I don't think they were in the 90s. They were in the 2000s.
Right.
But X career, top to bottom, man, hats off to X. Hats off to his team. Wish we could have seen the Murdergram group, but X really did his thing, and he really took a lot of control of the late 90s. Total control of the late 90s, for real, for real.
Yo, just real quick before we get out of here, and I was just thinking about it. I remember I seen him and Jay-Z actually battling. I seen some
I
footage
seen
on
that.
YouTube, and yo, Jay-Z's nice, man. Like that's when you know, like there was a serious respect between them two guys because they did a Money Cash joint, and I seen that Powerhouse, and yo, his performance when he did that, it was like he got more love than Jay-Z, and it was Jay-Z's show basically, and it was like, you know, he just featured and like the place went crazy. And he just had that kind of energy, man. Every time like he showed up, man, you just had to tune in on X. But again, man, you know, this is about giving X his flowers, man. You know, I was happy to see him in his verses with Snoop before it was all over. And you know, if you haven't watched his body of work, if you can get your hands on anything or watching the YouTube, man, watch it.
Check him out.
Check him out, man. Yo, rest in peace, R.I.P. We got to wrap this up. So we going to slide up out of here, man. Make sure y'all hit our Patreon, smash the like button, subscribe, family, friends, share, share alike. Money Carson takes us out of here, please.
Hey, you know, like we always do around this time. Shout out the leader of the Pack Productions. Shout out to the man that makes this happen. Everyone's favorite plug, a.k.a. the man with the face too easy to trace, a.k.a. Mr. 2AM, a.k.a. the Red Wolf.